HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options. And by Compass at Hopkinton, offering innovative programming that treats the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease in a caring, secure residential setting. More at compasshopkinton.com.
Welcome to HCAM News. Tom Nappy at the anchor desk to get you up to date with everything going on in Hopkinton. On today's special edition of HCAM News, we take a look back at 2014 and some of the great things that happened in our town, and we will get you up to date with the first week of the Hillers winter sports season. However, we start off at the Chamber of Commerce holiday party, in which longtime volunteer for many Hopkinton organizations, Ron Eldridge, was honored. But first, we caught up with Chamber President Scott Richardson.
The Hopkinton Chamber of Commerce held their annual holiday festivities at the Hopkinton Country Club. Chamber President Scott Richardson talked to HCAM News about the event.
This is kind of our annual holiday party where we take the effort to get together, but we also usually recognize somebody who's contributed a lot to the town of Hopkinton over the years. And this year we're honoring Ron Eldridge for his many years of dedicated service to the town.
This year was a big year for Hopkinton business, a lot of new businesses downtown, so it must have been a good year for the Chamber.
So the Chamber is doing very well. We have rebuilt ourselves, if you will, and we have a lot of new members. We have kind of reinvigorated our website, and we had a lot more events this year, kind of networking events, introducing new businesses to the town, and we're really very optimistic about next year doing even more events and really supporting the business community in town.
Can you give us a sneak peek to maybe anything that's going to happen in the next year?
So, well, again, if you've been following what's going on at the planning board, there are a lot of new projects being planned in town, and certainly in any commercial development, we're 100% behind. One of our goals is to increase the commercial tax base in town to help offset the residential tax base. So that fits into one of our objectives.
The governor can only be elected for 1 year at a time, so he and this other guy trade off, and they keep getting elected each other.
Chuck Joseph also gave a brief history lesson about Hopkinton. Be on the lookout for the entire history lesson and presentation honoring Ron Eldridge, airing soon on HCAM.
Vice Admiral of the Navy, he goes back, he becomes a Vice Admiral of the Navy. Connecticut still loves this guy. They elect him governor while he's in London.
At the Chamber holiday festivities, I got the chance to catch up with the man of the hour, longtime volunteer for many Hopkinton organizations, including HCAM, Ron Eldridge, just before he was honored at the event.
And to be here to recognize Ron and his place in that history, and for all of the children who will be looking back at that history and seeing the sort of baton being passed and the continued vigorous and active government and the vigorous and active debate that makes the government and makes the strong foundations that we have, not only here in Hopkinton, but all across Massachusetts, certainly.
State Representative Carolyn Dykema and the chair of the Visioning Steering Group, Tim Kilduff, had nothing but kind words to honor a longtime volunteer for many Hopkinton-based organizations, Ronald Eldridge. Ron was honored at the Chamber of Commerce annual holiday dinner. State Representative Carolyn Dykema also presented Ron with a citation from the House of Representatives. Ron talked to HCAM News about the event and also talked about his time as an HCAM volunteer.
It's the annual Chamber Christmas party in which they honor a volunteer in the town of Hopkinton, and this year I've been lucky enough to be chosen to be honored, and I'm really humbled by this whole celebration.
Can you tell us about some of what you've done for the community?
Well, as any parent, I've been actively involved in kids' sports, have also taken that up into the high school basketball program with the girls. I did TV for HCAM for about 12 or 14 years. I've volunteered on the Appropriations Committee for 16. I was on town government study committees, the Voices for Vision group. I was part of the HAA when it first began back in '96, the 100th running of the marathon. I've been very fortunate and been able to do a lot of things. Blessed with a family that supports me and really wanted to see me out there helping in the community.
Now, what do you think makes this community so special?
Oh, I think there's a lot of things that makes this community special. I think, for one, it's the people who work for the town. I think they're a great bunch of people. They work hard, and they really know what it takes to get the job done. But it's the people that have come into town who have volunteered on committees that really make this place go. I like to say one of our former selectmen said that town meeting was the greatest form of democracy, and I say volunteerism is the greatest exercise of democracy. And we've had a lot of people who have stepped forward, whether it be in civic organizations, sports organizations, or in town government, who have just worked very hard to make Hopkinton a great place to live and work.
Now I have to ask, what are some of the things you did at HCAM?
Oh, at HCAM? Well, I think I was probably one of the first ones who did play-by-play for high school basketball games. When we first started out, we would have a cameraman standing and sitting next to me in the stands, and I was sitting in the stands with the fans. And then when the new school came along, we had our own little perch up there where we were kind of away from the people. But that was the most fun I've had over the course of my volunteering from a sports standpoint. Worked with a lot of great people, Mike Tarosian being one of them, dedicated individual who's worked very hard to make HCAM a success in this town. We had a lot of fun together and joked a lot together. But I always say, though, one of the toughest part about doing play-by-play is who you have as an analyst. And for a while there, I had two coaches, Chuck Joseph and Coach Bliss. So as a play-by-play man, I usually got about 3 words in, hello and good night. And they took care of the rest.
Well, it certainly makes the job a little easier. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
It was nice to see Ron receive well-deserved recognition at the event for all the great things he has done in our community. Scott Humble of the Metro West YMCA was kind enough to stop by and talk with me as well. And for those of you looking for some local athletic programs, the Metro West Y could be your answer.
Many businesses were represented at the Hopkinton Chamber of Commerce annual holiday party, including the Metro West YMCA. Scott Humble talked to HCAM News about the recent expansion of the YMCA within the Metro West area.
Our Y, for the first time in a while, is really launching into the Hopkinton, Holliston, and Ashland community, which is sort of our framework of where we work right now. And we're right now launching new programs in Holliston for teens, as well as in Hopkinton and Ashland. And in fact, actually tomorrow is our second of our Holliston Friday events, and this Saturday is our first time running a program in Ashland at the Ashland Middle School, which we're pretty excited about. We've also started running youth programs on site, from sports to arts programs to a little of everything in between, and that's running all year round now as well. Just adding heat, letting us expand our programming and doing a lot of different stuff on the property.
Now, what are some of the programming that you're going to be launching in this area? Is there specific types?
Yeah, our summer camps are bread and butter. We have, this past year we had 930 some kids in our camp, so it's a big piece of who we are, and that's our presence in the community. Now we're really trying to extend ourselves beyond that little window of summer camp into what we do throughout the year. So in the fall season, we just started launching a U.S. tennis programs, U.S. 10 and under tennis program. It's a program that really focuses on indoor tennis for beginner program, and it's outstanding, actually. I learned a lot myself. We also have indoor basketball, indoor tennis, archery and climbing is on site, and really focusing on the family aspect of that as well. We just bought a bunch of snowshoes, so we're going to be doing a snowshoe program this winter, as well as some family programming as well. So a lot of new stuff.
Now, for someone that wanted to get involved in these programs, what's the best way they could do that or get more information on the program?
Any and all. They can find us on our website at metrowestymca.org, and all you do is need to go to the Family Outdoor Center, and all of our details are there, along with our schedules. Members or not, everyone's welcome. So we have our classes, our programs. Over this holiday season, we're doing open climb and a number of other things on the property. And again, that's available to anyone, member or not.
Now tonight's event must be a great networking event for you to try to get the word out.
Totally is. It's great to meet with a lot of people in our community and get to know some of the people that really have those connections and how we can get better connected into our own community that we're in right now.
We're glad to meet with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
The winter sports season for Hillers Sports is underway, and so far it has been a pretty successful start. Here is everything that happened in the first week of the season.
The Hopkinton Hillers opened up the 2014-2015 season against the Bellingham Blackhawks after coming off a 12-8-1 season last year, and they opened it up just the way they wanted. 7 minutes, 48 seconds left in the first. Billy Allen passes to captain Jordan Carroll, and Carroll zooms it through for a goal. 1-0 Hopkinton.
At 7:48 gives the Hillers their first goal of the season, and the Hillers take a 1-0 lead.
Then still in the first period, Will Abbott with a beauty of a pass to Nikolai Saparoshets goes left side on the Blackhawks goalie Josh Morse to make it 2-0 with 3:29 left in the first frame. Then moments later, Saparoshets goes around the net and trickles it by Morse again to make it 3-0 Hillers with 2:11 left to go in the first. Into the second period, and the wrath of the Hillers continued. Cam Finlayson on the rebound makes it 4-0 at 5 minutes 25 left in the period. Will Abbott continued the offense, putting in the fifth Hillers goal with 12 minutes 31 seconds left in the third. Then freshman Owen Delaney gets in on the action, adding a sixth goal with just over 6 minutes left. The Hopkinton Hillers take Game 1 in style over Bellingham 6-0. Sophomore goalie Tim McGrath had 12 saves in the shutout. Bellingham's Josh Morse had 34 saves. Nikolai Saparoshets had a pair of goals and assists, while Will Abbott and Jordan Carroll each had a goal and 2 assists. Indoor track and field. The first meet of the season, the boys beat Medfield 47-39, while the girls beat Medfield 73-13. Boys' first place finishes include Jake Benson with the hurdle, Ryan Branch in the 600 meters, Evan Park with the 1,000-meter victory, Brian Gow with the 2-mile, Declan McWilliams with the shot put. Girls' first place, Nicole Belisle with the hurdle, Allison Walsh with the dash, Lauren Hazard with the 1-mile, Isabel Giordano in the 600-meter, Emily Mastriani in the 300-meter, Caitlin Halloran in the high jump, MP Monks with the 1,000-meter, Carrie Driscoll with the 2-mile, and in the relay, Hopkinton won. And then in the next meet, the girls beat Ashland 73-13. They also beat Medway 69-17. The boys beat Ashland 72-14 and Medway 60-26. Boys' first place finishes against Ashland. Derek Wishman wins the hurdle. Tim Jennis wins the dash. Ryan Branch wins the 1-mile. Evan Park the 600 meters. Matt Elliott the high jump. Ben Ullman the 1,000 meters. Declan McWilliams the shot put. And the relay goes to Hopkinton. Girls' first place against Ashland. Nicole Belisle wins the hurdle. Molly Hawkins the 1-mile. Lauren Hazard, the 600-meter, Jess Rector, the high jump, Isabel Giordano, the 1,000-meter, Rachel Gooley, the 2-mile, Maggie Dole in the shot put, and in the relay, Hopkinton gets the victory. In the boys' first place finishes against Medway. Tim Jennis wins the dash, Ryan Branch wins the 1-mile, Evan Park wins the 600-meter, Michael Cuthbert wins the 300-meter, Matt Elliott wins the high jump, Ben Ullman wins the 100-meter, the relay goes to Hopkinton. Girls' first place finish against Medway, Nicole Belisle wins the hurdle, Allison Walsh wins the dash, Molly Hawkins the 1-mile, Lauren Hazard the 600-meter, Emily Mastriani the 300-meter, Jess Rector the high jump, Isabel Giordano the 1,000-meter, Rachel Gooley the 2-mile, and the relay goes to Hopkinton. So far in Hopkinton basketball on Friday, December 12th, the boys basketball team lost to Dover Sherborne 51-39. The girls basketball team beat Dover Sherborne 47-30. Tuesday, December 16th, Hillers girls basketball beat Millis 59-52. On Wednesday, December 17th, can't forget about co-ed swimming. They got the victory against Medway 60-26.
I have a feeling you will definitely want to keep an eye on the indoor track and hockey teams this year. Both teams seem to be loaded with talent. Can you believe it? 2014 has come and gone. A lot of positive changes and tremendous accomplishments occurred in Hopkinton during 2014. Here's a look at some of the many great happenings within our town.
"2014 was an exciting year in Hopkinton. The Hillers volleyball team took home a state championship. Hopkinton cheerleaders took home a national championship. New business was introduced downtown. The town was awarded in safety and for the school systems, among other categories. A few well-known town employees retired, while others were promoted. Right now, we relive some of the moments that made 2014 a great and successful year in the town of Hopkinton."
This is the Hiller cheerleaders. They danced, cheered, and flipped all the way to a national championship in the U.S. Spirit Competition in Orlando, Florida this past weekend. And thanks to some gracious fans, we have the sights and sounds of a championship weekend for the Hiller cheerleaders. Here you see the champs with their medals getting ready for the ride home after a championship winning routine, followed by the police and fire escort through the streets of Hopkinton. What a glorious ride to victory for the Hiller cheerleaders.
And it's long. That's it, folks. Your Hopkinton Hillers are the Division II state champions in volleyball.
It feels amazing, and I think that it's kind of bittersweet because I don't get to show up with the girls tomorrow at practice, and the saddest part was knowing that the season was over. But they deserve this. They've worked hard all year, and you saw it. It's a phenomenal team. There really aren't any weaknesses, and that's when you can win a championship, when you have a total, complete team.
I think we all have our own strengths, and we put them all together. We just connect so well. And state champs!
We just wanted it so bad. We've wanted it for years, especially the seniors. We've played together since our sophomore year, and we've wanted it for so long, and it just definitely showed tonight.
Hopkinton received the Voice of the People Award for Excellency in Safety. And this is a program that recognizes the community's excellent accomplishments in working collaboratively to achieve a safe community. It takes the working of the police department collaboratively with the residents, different departments in town, the school department, to achieve great community safety. And the award recognizes that effort. It's the collaboration, it's the cooperation, and it's the accomplishments on the ground that Hopkinton was recognized for.
And we wanted to recognize Swoon Bittersweet Vinny's Pizza for, again, coming to town, investing in the downtown, and helping to revitalize. I know a lot of people don't like that word because they usually just say let's vitalize the downtown, but revitalize the downtown and bringing some good stuff to Hopkinton. So thank you.
Great things are happening downtown. We should be just as optimistic as I think we all want to feel. It's been a terrific couple of years here, and I think there's many more positive things to come.
A couple other things that happened this year. Hopkinton welcomed new police chief Edward Lee. A handful of Hillers got the experience of winning the Legion Baseball State Championship with Milford Post 59. They then went on to play in the regional tournament in Connecticut, and many plans were put in place for further development that should lead to a very positive future and growth for Hopkinton. It was a terrific year overall for our town, and if 2015 is anything like 2014, the future is very bright.
Throughout 2014, we here at HCAM, with the help of many within our community, were able to collect a lot of terrific photos and take part in some amazing events. Here is a further look at some of the tremendous sights of 2014. From all of us here at HCAM, we thank everyone who has sent in photos or has helped us cover our community throughout the year. Without the help of our viewers, volunteers, and community, none of what we do would be possible. If you're wondering what the upcoming programs on the HCAM channels are this holiday season, our promotions coordinator, Courtney, has that answer right now with our HCAM Insider.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of the HCAM Insider. On Tuesday, December 30th at 8 p.m., the annual St. John's Christmas Concert will air with some favorite holiday tunes. On HCAM Ed, we have more holiday music with the 8th grade winter concert, the HHS Band's winter concert, and the Be Free Holiday Coffee House. Check hcam.tv/education for program dates and times. Boys and girls basketball, swimming, and ice hockey are also back for the season, so check hcam.tv/schedule and hcam.tv/education for game dates and times. Do you know someone who wants the HCAM Insider delivered straight to their inbox? If so, have them send me an email at courtney@hcam.tv. Also, please pass it along to a friend and help us grow. As always, thanks for watching HCAM. Now back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Courtney. That will wrap up this edition of HCAM News. Be sure to check our website, hcam.tv, or find us on Facebook to stay up to date with everything Hopkinton, including upcoming local events. If you have a Hopkinton-related video, photo, or story idea, send it to me at news@hcam.tv. With your help, we'll cover even more of our community. For everyone here at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. We leave you now with the current community listings and upcoming government meetings. We wish you all a very happy 2015. Take care and be well.